A $1 AI just told me how compatible I am with my actual girlfriend. And now I have to decide if this is content, a relationship test, or evidence that I should not be left alone with intense stuff. This is SoulmateScore. The page literally says 2 names go in, 1 unhinged number comes out. That is either marketing or a threat. There are 2 options. Score 2 people, it checks compatibility between you and someone else. Or score 1 person, which rates a single unsuspecting soul. So naturally today, I'm going to use both for science, of course, and possibly for a very uncomfortable conversation later. Every time I run a score, it costs $1. By the end of this, I will either feel validated, attacked, or have to explain to my girlfriend why I checked myself with Emma Watson. Let's begin. First, the obvious one, me and my girlfriend. That is $1. Okay, let's begin. First, the obvious one, me and my girlfriend. Me and her. That was $1. Okay, moments of truth. 78%. 78? That is honestly the most believable number possible. Not perfect enough to be suspicious, not too low enough to cause emotional damage. Just realistic enough to make me nervous. The love story says 2 people who argue about little things but choose each other in the big ones. That is rude because why she's right. That's crazy. We do argue about little things. We do that. For example, how to pot a plant, how long I be ready in 5 minutes actually means. Whether I listening or just saying yeah, but choosing each other in the big things. Okay, fine. But that was cute. 78%. Not bad. That was $1, by the way. Financially manageable. And now we go deeper. Now I'm switching to the other mode. Score 1 person. Because apparently this AI can also rate a single unsuspecting soul. And I have a very unsuspecting soul in mind. My girlfriend. Another $1. Okay, what does the machine think of her? 94%. Of course she gets 94%. The AI immediately understands her. I do not know why it's harder for us boys to understand girls. That is on us. The result says romantic, intense, and impossible to ignore. Yes, that is called being a girlfriend. Impossible to ignore. Absolutely. 94%, honestly, fair. And now we score me. 61%. Oh, okay. So she gets 94 and I get 61. I think it's broken, guys. The result says I am charming in theory, confusing in practice. Came here to promote a product, not to be professionally diagnosed by a $1 website. Charming in theory, confusing in practice. It's crazy, not gonna lie, because that is exactly how I text people, I think, sometimes. 61%. Honestly, generous. Now we go back to score 2 people. Me and my girlfriend assembling IKEA furniture. 41%. Yeah, that sticks out. The love story says they loved each other deeply, but the instructions were unclear. That is not a love story. That is a documentary. There is no greater relationship test than 2 adults, 1 tiny Allen key, and an IKEA table that wants to be assembled. During the IKEA furniture, apparently we are not soulmates. Me and my girlfriend on vacation. 92%? Okay, that checks out, yes. That makes sense. The love story says they become their best self somewhere between airport chaos and the hotel breakfast. That is us. At home, we're trying to answer emails, find chargers, and remember what we came into the room for. On vacation, suddenly we are cinematic, we take photos, we hold hands, we say things like, should we just move here maybe. 92%, okay. $1 well spent, okay. Now we test the alternate universe. Because this page gave me a score 2 people button, and I'm choosing to abuse it, I think. First, I think you already guessed it, me and Emma Watson. 88%. Oh no. The love story says, meet by accident, fall in love slowly, and pretend destiny was not involved. I'm choosing to believe this one for personal development reason. This does not threaten my relationship. This is just research. This data. This is a $1 fantasy with no legal standing, guys. Next, let's do my girlfriend and her celebrity crush. 91%. Excuse me? 91? I do not like this website anymore. The love story says they understood each other without needing too much words. Interesting. Very interesting. So when I leave one cup next to the sink instead of putting it inside the sink, I need a full emotional investigation. But with the celebrity, suddenly we are fluent in silence. Okay. So I just spent some dollars on SoulmateScore. I scored 2 people, I scored 1 person, and you know what? It was worth every dollar. It was so fun. The big serious AI trying to be right, but SoulmateScore is just trying to be a conversation starter or something fun. It gives you the screenshot, you send to your group chat, you say, why is this accurate? And you just have fun with your friends. That is the point. It's not telling you who to date, it's not replacing therapy, it's not a real compatibility test. It's just a tiny, chaotic $1 writing machine that gives you enough emotional material to talk about to the next 3 business days. And honestly, sometimes that is exactly what you need. Go to the SoulmateScore.1stack.com. Use the score 2 people for you and your partner or your crush. Use score 1 person for someone that deserves to be reviewed by a tiny AI machine. Have a good time with it. Now go ruin a group chat with SoulmateScore for just $1. $1stack.com.